YouTube, Shuken Shinobi here with a review of the Power Rangers Megaforce Gosei Jet with Red Ranger. So this takes the place of the $24.99 Lion Mechazord in terms of the fall assortment. And it carries the same functionality as that in being a Zord that doesn't come with the entire Zord. So you do have the Eagle mode, a Turbo mode. Beautiful artwork on the front here of the Gosei Jet, or the Eagle Mechazord, I guess you could say. 2 power cards, shows you making the Gosei Jet Megazord. On the back here it shows the Eagle mode, the Turbo mode, the Gosei Jet Megazord formation, and the Gosei Jet Mechazord, I guess. Right here with the 2 Ultra Zord Vehicles that we took a look at before. And the card is right there, at least one of the 2 cards is right there. So let's go ahead and get this open and take a look. Alright, and there's Gosei Jet out of the package. And like I said, it does come with 2 ACG promo cards. Promo 52, Gosei Jet, and 58, the Gosei Jet Megazord. So let's go ahead and take a look at those in the Gosei Morpher. So here's Gosei Jet, and he's actually pretty neat. It is an extensive remold of the Gosei Dragon Mechazord. And it's actually got more remolding on it than I thought. It's a lot more solid rather, than the Gosei Dragon was. So props to them for that. I heard a lot of the newer Gosei Great Megazords were less floppy. I only have the one, so I'm not sure yet. The neck pulling out gimmick is removed since it doesn't need it. A little rudder down here is added. Because otherwise, if you put the Red Ranger on there, he tilts backwards because he's back heavy. So this prevents it from falling backwards. So if you extend that out, he can roll around all nice and fancy. So that is added. And obviously the Eagle Zord on the front is new. I believe these more resemble talons. I think those might be remolded. And this back piece is entirely new since it's got a different tail. You can see the Gosei Jet Megazord's head right there. That's new. So, and obviously it's cast in this nice deep blue purple color. And it looks really cool. It's showing off a lot lighter on my camera screen. I'll try to fix that in post. But it's a lot different than the Japanese release. Since, as you can see here, not only is the Japanese release bigger, it is a lavender-esque periwinkle sort of color, whereas ours is a lot deeper of a color. I guess they figured boys wouldn't be interested in a periwinkle bird, so they made it a more of a royal blue color, which is always not a bad choice, but yeah, there you go. Functionality-wise, there isn't too much else. Included is a Red Ranger figure. That is a 4-inch scale figure, however, it does not have any of the posability of the other toys. It is basically simple rotation there and rotation there, and his head doesn't even have a rotation. So that's it. It's cast in a clear plastic. I would have rather just had a clear Ranger figure. Just give us the 4-inch scale figure, but clear. But it's like that's what they tried to do, but just completely failed at it. But yeah, pretty pointless. That's never going to happen in the show unless they film their own footage, so or make their own footage since it would be CGI. This piece right here can pop right off. It just uses a Zord port, so nothing magical there. It does have Gosei's logo on it, though. So not bad overall. To make the Gosei Jet, I'm going to call this the Eagle Mechazord, since that's efficiently what it is. The Eagle mode. It does have a turbo mode, as it said, by folding the wings back and flipping this out. You do have a turbo mode, which I guess makes it more of a jet, I suppose. This functionality was not in the Japanese release at all. This is 100% Bandai America. And pretty cool. If you're going to call it the Gosei Jet, you better give it a jet mode. And they did. So pretty neat. adds a little bit of functionality to it, a little bit more playability, and I think it looks kind of neat in this mode, so props to there. You can keep the wings out if you want to for the jet mode, to make it look more like a jet, but yeah, it's up to you, but it's pretty cool functionality, it doesn't take away from anything, and I love it, so yeah. To make the Gosei Jet, or the Gosei Jet Megazord, or the Gosei Jet Zord, I'm not sure what they want to go with that, but you bring in your Zords from the Ultra Blue Ranger and Ultra Red Ranger Zord Vehicles, the Crocodile, Dolphin, Elephant, and Beetle, Beetle Mark II, I guess, the Rhinoceros Beetle, or Hercules Beetle, I don't remember which one it is, the Rhinoceros Beetle. And you have the Gosei Jet itself, so pretty cool. Again, you could flip that around to make a jet face if you wanted to, but then it kind of ruins the consistency of all the animals flying at you. But yeah, here's Gosei Jet proper, and again it rolls. This time it is very front heavy. Unfortunately, it does not give you any sort of pull down consistency here, so you're stuck with a little bit of wobbly if you decide to display it like that. But yeah, pretty neat overall. And there is the Japanese versus the American release. Outside of better paint apps and being a lot bigger, functionality-wise, you're getting the exact same toy. One thing I do want to point out is that the Japanese release of Gosei Wonder, the Tenso Sentai Goseiger version of Gosei Jet, had all 5 of the headers, as they called them in Goseiger, included with the main body. So you had the Eagle and the Elephant and the Beetle and the Dolphin and the Crocodile all in one package for roughly $50, $55 or so. The exchange rate was really iffy back then. But yeah, whereas this release, you're looking at a $24.99 Eagle Mechazord, Gosei Jet, and then you're looking at $14.99 for 2 of these and $14.99 for 2 of these. So you're looking at pretty much just as costly, if not more, of a release for the stateside release than you would for the Japanese release. So if you're looking at both, the Japanese release is going to probably cost you just as much as the American one. So it depends on what line you're collecting, really. One thing I say about the American release as always is that it gives you an affordable option for those that want the Zords. But I do have to point out that I wouldn't really call this an affordable option since it's pretty much the same exact price. But you do get the Zord vehicle thingies for these, so that's a little bit of a additional plus. Plus you've got the jet mode. So if you own the Gosei Great Megazord, you can get one more additional thing out of this, the Gosei Jet Megazord. Now, I would like to point out that it uses the components of Gosei Great, so you cannot pose both at the same time without owning 2 Gosei Great Megazords, which I don't. So if you want Gosei Jet Megazord and Gosei Great Megazord together at the same time, which would, even in the show, be theoretically impossible, you need 2 Gosei Great Megazords. So keep that in mind. But transformation would be just like the Gosei Great Megazord, so just flip that up, pop this out, push that in, pop these guys out, and just kind of set him aside. So take the snake body, attach the crocodile, and you have the Crocodile Mechazord. His mouth opens and stuff, but we took a look at that for the most part already. Fold that up to get ready for the legs. Take the tiger body, attach the elephant. You have the Elephant Mechazord. These can open up. Trunk moves. That'll pop in right there. There you have that. Take the Gosei Jet, otherwise known as the Eagle Mechazord in my canon, and pop that right up there like you would the Gosei Dragon. Take the shark body, attach the dolphin, so you have the Dolphin Mechazord, and open it up like you always would. Pop that right there. Take the Phoenix Zord and attach the Beetle, and you have the Beetle Mechazord. That looks awful brown, white, brown. Why? Why? And then finally take this axe, pop that off, and pop the head on. And you have the Gosei Jet Megazord. The axe handle will pop right down, plug into the Dolphin. And there you go, the Gosei Jet Megazord. So this Megazord doesn't really offer too much else that Gosei Great Megazord doesn't by itself. All of the same ports are all visible, so anything you can do with Gosei Great, you can do with Gosei Jet. So you can make like Sky Gosei Jet Megazord, Land, Sea, Hyper, or Ultra, or whatever they want to call it now, as well. So that is always a plus. The Zord vehicles that come with these guys don't actually have any sort of functionality. There are ports on them though. There are Zord builder ports, so you can attach them as arms and stuff. You can do that. I'm not sure there's any plug-in functionality back here. I haven't really messed with it fully yet. But I'm sure you can find ways to customize in some sort and make some pretty nifty combinations. So that is a possibility as well. But I really like the way Gosei Jet Megazord looks. I don't know why. I think it's mostly the blue body that I really like. This bothers me a lot. I either want this to be white or this to be brown. For consistency's sake with the Rangers, I'd rather this be white. Granted, then you wouldn't have a red, but that's just how he works. The giant axe weapon is really cool. I love axes, so seeing a Megazord with a giant axe is always really cool. And I just like the knight-ish appearance of this guy. So I really dig the way Gosei Jet Megazord looks. Pretty neat. Again, outside of being quite a bit bigger, you're not really losing out on all too much from the American release compared to the Japanese one, outside of those coloring differences between the Gosei Wonder and the Gosei Jet Megazord. That's really your only big difference. And then finally, this functionality stayed. An attack that they use in the show, if we use him in the show, is to plug, I did that backwards, to plug this into the eagle mouth. And it just kind of flies forward and basically chops things up. So that is an option for display as well. I prefer him just wielding it like some sort of crazed axe murderer. But pretty cool overall. The Dolphin just pops out because he's bored. I really, really dig this. I think it would have been a little bit better if they were to just release this. Just released the Gosei Jet Megazord as an additional Megazord purchase alongside Gosei Ultimate and the Fall assortment. That wouldn't have been bad. But I understand their need to make Zord vehicles, their desire to make Zord vehicles because they desire to have money. So I understand separating them like they did. I don't particularly mind it. I think it kind of adds more price to what you could normally get for about $34.99. $29.99 at most places now. You essentially have to pay in all these little individual chunks. You end up having to pay about $55 for this as opposed to $35. So you're looking at an additional $20 that you wouldn't really need to spend normally. But regardless, I really like the way that it looks. It adds a lot of playability to the Zord Builder line as a whole. Plus, it adds a lot of playability to the Megaforce Zord line so far by being able to use your components from Gosei Great Megazord for an additional Megazord combination with this toy. And that being said, even if you don't pick up the Zord vehicles, Gosei Jet still is a pretty cool toy on its own. And if you have Gosei Great Megazord, you can kind of use the different sort of Zord components to make some pretty awesome combinations. So let your mind run wild. That's one of the coolest things about the Zord Builder line and this Megaforce toy line in general, is that there's a lot of customizable options and it's a lot of fun. So thanks for watching, take care, and have a great one. Bye.